American dream. He's just a common man.
A bicycle. He got a bicycle from somebody. Who would be riding a bicycle in this arena?
He's just a common man.
Oh boy, he laid it. Look at him. Oh boy, he laid his old tired ass out. Look at him. Look over here. Oh, excuse me at home. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Hit somebody with something. Oh man, I'm sorry.
What a harm, he's got a neck collar on.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy. Hard times are when the textile workers around this country are out of work. They got 4 or 5 kids and can't pay their wages, can't buy their food. Hard times are when the auto workers are out of work and they tell them go home. And hard times are when a man has worked at a job 30 years. 30 years. They give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, Daddy. That's hard times. And we all had hard times together. I admit I don't look like the athlete of the day supposed to look. My belly's just a little big. My hind is just a little big. But brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad. And there were 2 bad people. One was John Wayne and he's dead, brother. And the other was right here.
Time to drop these bones like Dusty Rhodes.
What I do, YouTube? This is Real Wrestling Crew back with Real Wrestling episode 34. My name is Yakis. You can introduce yourselves.
The Real X Dog.
Whitey.
Go ham.
The Concept. Hey, watching.
Yeah. Of course, everybody knows about unfortunate passing of Dusty Rhodes, which sort of sucked because we lost 3 people that day. We lost Christopher Lee and I can't remember the other guy, but that day sucked ass. Yeah. But anybody want to say anything about Dusty before we begin? Really?
We lost a true legend of this business and sport, and it was truly hard times.
I'm not good with this kind of
His
thing.
impact on NXT was big.
I'll even give.
And they're considering renaming the Performance Center to the Dusty Rhodes Center.
Oh, that's good.
Even Nashville managed to do something nice for him. Do a little video package for him. So.
And you know, Dusty Rhodes big when even ESPN mentioned him. And also, sadly, the other Nature Boy passed away yesterday.
Buddy Landell.
You mean the original Nature Boy, don't you?
No.
Buddy Rogers. Oh yeah, Buddy Rogers. Yeah.
Nature Boy. Actually, then the third Nature Boy. Then.
How many damn Nature Boys we have?
The Nature Boy.
Woo! I do it.
Buddy Rogers, Ric Flair.
We had a lot of Nature Boys, but only one of them was God.
Yeah, man. The main thing I loved about Dusty was his crazy fucking commentary.
Oh my goodness.
His commentary was so great, man.
I to this day, I don't know if he was high or drunk on commentary.
I don't think it was neither. I think it was just his. It was just pure 100% his reaction, man. That's all it was. I mean, I don't think you could be that drunk to give that kind of reaction. Just saying.
Yeah, you're trying to style.
Yeah, you start selling stunners all weird and shit and whatever.
And plus, the whole Shopmaster thing.
That just truly came from the mind of a maniac.
Yeah, can't forget about the Shopmaster.
They all can't be hit.
Yeah. He was through a wall. But
somebody put that beam there.
That was funny.
That's good. That's the
word. Yeah, but it will be surely missed in the wrestling community. Horrible loss.
Especially since he was still involved with wrestling.
Yeah, very much so.
I was sad about TMZ being assholes. Yeah, the 911 takes are public, but really.
Yeah, I don't want to hear or see those. Those are, heartbreaking.
Sort of macabre. Okay.
I love the tribute Cody did to him. That shit was, right in the feels.
Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people did some pretty good tributes and stuff.
Did him and Dustin do one?
Yeah, both.
Yeah. Cody's though was kind of right in the feels.
The current IWC god, knows like he's current IWC god. Kevin Owens did one as well. That was pretty sad.
He wore a polka dot KO shirt. I think Moose during that ring of honor thing was doing the bionic elbow.
Yeah, he did from the top rope.
Yeah.
I think Dean Ambrose did it in that ladder match.
Also from the top.
I can't remember the NXT where they were doing that besides the tribute.
Well, NXT hasn't been. I don't think has been between tapings for them to do something.
No,
for
they
Dusty.
did.
They did.
I mean, I know they did the video package. But I'm talking about no one sneaking, Dusty shit in matches.
Yeah.
One thing that I do hope that, part of me wants this, but the other me says don't do it because we've seen what could happen when this don't work. I want Cody to be Cody again. I want them to stop doing Stardust, and then so he can start being Cody. But I also don't want this to turn into like Chavo, where he'll always be Eddie's nephew.
I was talking about Gohan made a good point earlier. They should just build him up slowly. Don't make it too
obvious,
but build him up slowly. That makes sense to me. I mean, there's no point just to push him to the moon just because his father died.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't want him to be turning to Chavo.
That's sort of
I don't want 10 years from now Kurt Angle to say, I wrestled a lot of great matches with the late great Dusty Rhodes.
Excuse me.
And Cody.
I think they did that for the beginning. IWC had no problem with it. Then they'll betray him as usual. Yeah, like they always do.
Let's just enjoy Kevin Owens while it lasts.
Oh, speaking of Kevin Owens, let's go ahead and just jump into Money in the Bank.
You want to get estimated expiration date on that for when they'll betray him?
Well, considering there's not a god right now.
No.
He's the only indie god right now.
I told you he was the current reigning indie god. He's IWC's god right now. He is the Ric Flair. Okay.
Till he wins the WWE title. Man.
Oh yeah, they're gonna betray him. Yeah.
Finn Balor, below or however you supposed to pronounce it. He'll pop up.
A2 Brutus. A2 IWC. Yeah, right in the back, bitch.
So we're kicking it off with.
I saw you. Money in the Bank, 2015. Let's go ahead and get everybody's review of it.
What did I give this pay-per-view? Oh yeah, I gave it a 6. That's
My final score on that pay-per-view was a 7.9.
I gave it a 5.
You going with the
I
Diakis?
punished the finisher.
That's why I got a 6.
I punished this show because of the finisher.
Yeah,
It would have been an 8.5 if one finish would have been done cleaner. Much cleaner than what it does. If the announcer sound confused, you did it sloppy.
Mm-hmm. AYT or YD.
AYT wasn't here that day.
I thought it was a 7. I mean, it was a solid show, but it wasn't really. The night after Raw was more memorable, which has kind of unfortunately been the trend right now.
You have any
From what I did pay attention to, I give it maybe a 6, but the main event was pretty much the best part of the whole damn thing.
I think so. You gave it a 6. Let me see here. Diakis match time.
You already gave it the scores on the chat.
But it's
They
not
can't see
on
the chat.
here.
Oh yeah.
Let me see here. Pre-show doesn't count. Money in the Bank. Oh, that was a negative. It started off the show with a -5 all day.
He said 7 on the show, by the way.
Huh?
You said he originally said -7 when we were watching.
Oh, it was -7. My bad. Oh yeah, it was a -7. My bad. Thanks for reminding me. The concept. See, I used the article just like the right back. Nikki Bell on page. Oh, that bitch won. That bitch lose. -9. Oh, that pushed to a -10. We're back up to 0. Primetime players winning. I'll give it a 2.5. And then Seth-Brock, D'Ambrose. That wasn't too bad. The finish was okay. 6.9. Again, this is the third. Y'all need to straighten y'all shit up, man. Because y'all started off with like a -7, man. I mean, hey, if you want me to, I have documentation of me actually figuring this out in the chat. And like, I was telling the concept. Hey, go look in the chat. I figured out all the math, did everything. It turns out to be a 6.9 like the last 3 pay-per-views. I don't get this shit. This ain't no fucking joke, man. Y'all need to do something shit. Maybe it brought back, maybe it'll actually push past a 7 or some shit. But whatever. Okay, what was the first match? Pre-show? Do I want to talk about the pre-show?
Nah.
Pre-shows don't count.
Yeah, way to make Wade Barrett look strong there, WWE. He really looked strong by losing by roll.
So what were they playing? Regicide or some shit?
Thanks for making him look strong by losing by roll up.
I haven't said this in a while, but Barrett might did something wrong.
Same thing. Maybe they just don't like the way his nose is crooked or some shit, man. I mean,
Yeah, I think
what
that's
did
wrong.
this dude do? What did he do to these people?
I think the only reason he won King of the Ring because when they were raining out, they were like, "Shit, he's the only one who can win it."
Because we got people who either above it or we don't care enough
They could have
about
gave
them.
it to Sheamus. I wouldn't
I
have
think
cared.
they had it. They
That
had
was
it.
who I wanted.
They
to
had
win
it written for Dolph and Sheamus to get beat by costing each other. So and then Dean got beat because of Sheamus. And it was because of Dolph. It was like, okay, your 3 top winners, you written out. So it was like, I guess
Actually,
it's
Neville
fair.
could have won.
Well, and also,
Yeah, I was gonna say Neville could have won,
Well,
but then they
it was
kind
too
of.
early.
Well, the IWC rumor just to remove the bad news part backfired because he has a brand new shirt that says he's the king of bad news.
Yeah, but that's a new moniker. Troll logic.
Compton.
The last time he used bad news, he wasn't King Barrett.
And he doesn't wear the shirt on TV, so.
It's just been released. It's brand new.
Well then.
But if he started to wear it, then okay. But as of right now, he ain't been bad.
I don't think he's gonna wear it because he's just gonna wear his own kingly.
Let me
attire.
put it like this: if this match was on the show, y'all would be looking at like a 4 or some shit. For me, I mean it was on the show, but I don't count the pre-show matches. So
Because if it was main card, yeah, it would be a 4 for
I
me.
don't even go watch him anymore.
I just miss him.
That's just not worth it.
I just don't understand what the hell they're doing with King Barrett. That makes no damn sense. Why are they continuously? Now I'm using this correctly. Not IWC logic. Why are they burying this man? He is. I don't get it.
Because he got over on his own.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, he got over.
That news thing was part of WWE.
Yeah, I know, but it was supposed to be a heel thing. People started cheering.
It wasn't the heel thing.
And people cheered.
They cheered him saying, "I got some bad news."
And that's the problem.
But then when he delivers bad news, he gets heat for it every time.
Well, that's the problem. They cheered first, then they booed.
I ain't buying that shit.
There's no joke.
Vince
If you
logic.
been serious, you've been serious.
Anyway, let's go to the main.
I subscribe to the Vince logic.
Let's go to the Money in the Bank match. Oh yeah, by the way, I subscribe to WWE Network, so yeah, whatever. Fuck y'all. I'm 1 of the billion subscribers. Yeah, so yeah, I actually subscribe to WWE Network. I just want to say that. So people say, "Oh, you must be shut the fuck up. I'll do what I want to, motherfucker." God damn. I'm just saying, man. People saying, "Oh man, y'all ain't a credible source for that bullshit." Man, nigga, fuck you. You don't know what the fuck I be
What,
talking
somebody
about.
left that comment on you?
No, I'm just saying.
I was about
I'm
to
just
say.
saying it for instance, man.
Because I was
You
about
know,
to
there's a
say.
lot of fuck niggas like to pop a lot of fuck shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Keep on
yeah.
kicking that shit.
Because I was,
You gotta straighten them up. You know what I
I was
mean?
about to say, I was go create a YouTube account and go off.
Concept that's not even. It's not even that big. It's not even that big, man. All right, let's go on to the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
I actually get
Sheamus, Neville, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Kane, and Dolph Ziggler.
I don't know if y'all hate sound effects, but that's exactly how I felt watching that shit.
Oh,
Like it had some good moments here and there, but that's what it was. But,
yeah, it was okay.
It was alright.
I gave that match a 7 because I want to see exactly Roman. I like I don't think Roman Reigns winning was just too obvious.
Yeah.
Which is why they go with him.
Bray Wyatt doing what he did, like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sheamus winning, I had no problem with.
You know who I've been okay with
I
this
had a
match?
problem with it.
You know who I've been okay with winning this match?
What?
Lana.
Oh, I'm gonna get to that
Well,
later.
looking at the participants, Kane winning would not do anything.
Yeah, it would. You gotta keep that local man fresh, don't
he
you?
still push. Yeah, you
Yeah,
saw
you
he did the Brock Lesnar.
You gotta push him to the moon.
Yeah, you gotta push him hard, man.
Yeah, push him straight to the
He
moon.
stopped
The
Brock
back down the
Lesnar.
hill again.
Kane to me was the complete definition of albatross. Him and Kofi. One different spot monkey job. The other one there, I guess the screw Orton and Reigns. But Bray Wyatt did the job better.
For the first time, Kofi won a spot monkey in it. Because he didn't do shit. Never was the spot monkey.
Yeah, he was.
Damn it, Kofi, you supposed to keep up.
Kofi actually looked like he had a shot of winning.
Yeah, he did. That one time.
Because the New Day was getting that little push. Like,
Yeah.
they was one of the hottest things. Y'all know I said it was one of the hottest things going for WWE. For some reason, they just killed that momentum. But that's
Did
about,
he kill the momentum?
you must have been watching the past couple of
I have been watching the past couple of weeks.
They lost.
Okay.
I mean, they ain't even got no mic time since.
Yeah.
They're not champions right now. Primetime players are his.
So they get no mic time.
Yeah.
They're not champs.
So you gotta be the tag team champions to get mic time.
To get a little primetime player they had before, that justified it.
I mean, the primetime players ain't really talking
Yeah,
about
they don't
everything.
talk either.
They
They don't
stuff
even
is
do the promo.
backstage.
They don't even do the promo.
You must
anymore.
remember, they are black.
Let me get.
The racism is killing me.
Let me get back to the point I was finna make about
So are
this
you.
match. I hate the way they have 7 guys in this match. And at the beginning of the match, this is how it started off. You had 7 guys, and everybody went to the floor. And then they just sat there. Then 2 guys would come in and fight for a while. Then one to get knocked out. Then another guy come in. It's like, you got 7 guys in this match, and you telling me only 2 or 3 people could be at the ring at one time? Throughout the whole match?
That's one thing.
Randy Orton just kept sitting out there like this, just chilling. I'm looking at Orton the whole time, like, get up and get in the ring.
That nigga was on Tinder the entire time. Swipe.
He was in
swipe
there
right,
one
swipe.
spot the whole fucking time.
Hell yeah, man.
Rest position Randy. There you go.
Rest hold Randy.
Rest position Randy. I didn't understand that at all. I mean, he was out for a good like 5 minutes at one point in the match. I'm like,
dropping down to the 6.
what?
I forgot about that part.
you remember down
Forgot
to the
about
6?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Forgot about that part.
I was already at 6 because of that. See, I'm a trendsetter, goddamn.
Remember, I'm looking at the story more. I'm looking at the story more than anything.
You
I
gave
called
it
it
point,
six- I called it 6 that
points
night.
too many.
I call it 6 that night.
I give props to 3 people in this match: Roman, Neville, and Kofi, because it felt like they was the only part of this damn match.
Yeah. And Bray did good too.
Yeah, Bray, he wasn't even in the match. He did
But-
more than the rest of them.
Yeah, and the finish was kind of soft too. Really, Neville can't throw a punch when somebody's pulling his hair. It doesn't. I pulled my own hair hard. It doesn't hurt that bad. You can throw a punch.
Now, this
It don't
finish
hurt
to
that
me
bad.
was a personal preference, because Sheamus being WWE champion just...
Just the thought of it again is just.
I guess I'm the long person to run the like Sheamus. So
I mean, I got no problem.
I
Here's
have
the
no
thing.
problem with Sheamus.
Sheamus
Yeah,
is really good. He just boring as hell.
I don't think he's boring.
Sheamus is just boring as hell. And
Heel Sheamus. Or. Actually, the only thing I like about Sheamus as a heel is, are you not entertained?
that hasn't gotten to me yet.
This will actually work if he actually wins the title sooner than WrestleMania.
I got a feeling he could actually win it.
That's
if
what they're
they
saying.
make him cash in during wait till WrestleMania again, I'm calling bullshit on what's the point of Money in the Bank now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, what's the point?
I think Sheamus.
Well,
next month.
I put a gigantic asterisk by last year because Brock Lesnar just completely tied down the whole main event storyline.
I think he'll probably win at SummerSlam.
Who, Sheamus?
Yeah, I think I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, but
I
I think
think-
that's what.
I don't think he holds it past Battleground, but if he do, he can't hold it past SummerSlam. I think he'll be champion by the end of SummerSlam. I think Sheamus will be champion.
Yeah, I
At
can
least.
see that. Yeah.
I'm still sticking with what I say. I think he's gonna cash in next month at Battleground.
And then that could lead to a feud with Roman Reigns because he'll be like, "Well, I was always next in line."
If they do another one-off with Bray
Yeah, I was
Wyatt,
thinking
I'm
like
pissed
another
off.
one and done with Bray Wyatt. I mean,
I'm tired of that.
why can't they have a good, decent program?
Why can't Creator gonna do Bray Wyatt like that again. Have another one and done where it just doesn't mean anything at the end. It'll be like not killing my feelings for Bray Wyatt, but like y'all are killing how much people care about his promos. If he just does this one thing, hey, okay, this 1 month we feud, next month nothing ever happened.
Bray needs to fucking win a feud.
He won against Raw back in nobody cared.
I don't
This isn't
count that as
really
a
a
feud,
feud.
really. It was more like
he has too many. He's one of those, and he's like, don't build anything up.
that's the problem.
And
So they
Bray
think-
Wyatt has won a feud. He beat Dean.
They think he's Undertaker.
They just didn't work. It was the ideal of it, okay, but the reason it didn't work.
Then the next
Because
week,
Dean
Dean goes on like nothing ever
Yeah,
happened.
Dean Ambrose was hot as hell, and then he fused with Bray, and everybody was like, "Why the fuck is he feuding with Bray? He's not done with Seth Rollins."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was just a straight split.
If
He
anything,
just forgot about
that's-
the authority.
If anything, that should have been a one-off, and he would have went right back to Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he really should have did with Bray and Dean was he should have kept going for the story, but Bray would just kept getting in his way and just ruining it each and every time.
That's what should have
Yes,
happened.
that's exactly what should happen.
To the point where Dean Ambrose like, you know what, I have to take this guy out.
Cause I think that spot that Dolph Ziggler had, Dean should have had at Survivor Series. Especially, I can say that now since they ain't do shit with Dolph.
But they completely erased what Dolph did about bringing the authority
Yeah,
back.
they fucked it all up.
Alright, what was the next one?
Yeah, let's get to the next one.
Do we have to?
Triple H had to have his
What
20-minute
was it,
promo.
Just Divas match. Oh yeah, we could.
I like this match.
We could briefly.
I
talk
like
about
this
it.
match.
I liked
Okay.
it too.
But guess what? It had
The
to
ending.
end. Another fuck finish.
Yeah.
I did. The finish I had no problem with that finish except for how poorly executed it was. Like, okay, you're gonna do the twin match thing, but when the announcers are confused as hell how to describe this, y'all executed that so bad.
The execution, the planning, just the idea of having it in the first place.
Like
was
I
bad.
said,
Everything was fine with me except the execution.
like I said,
That's their thing.
the
That
tag
twin
team
magic.
thing
Yeah.
being black is because they're WWE divas that don't come from a background like Paige. That's the problem. It's because they're WWE divas with no true wrestling background. Because Paige wanted to fuck that shit up. AJ wanted to fuck that
It
shit
wasn't
up.
fucked up because they did it wrong. It just felt very convoluted. It was
I
just
guarantee
weird.
you, those guys wouldn't have made it convoluted. They would have had something straight to the point.
Really, it was just the point of that finish was stupid.
Yeah, it was.
It was just dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, I like how they had Paige roll up Bree to win the title. They should have left it like that. Paige should have became the new champion. You should have punished the Bella Twin for doing that on Twin Magic shit. Instead, the match fucking continued.
Yeah, it actually should have been
It should have been thrown out.
If
It
anything,
should have been
that's when you throw it out.
That's what got confusing, right?
And even then, it would still been a bad. It would have been a bad match.
And
A
Paige
bad
had been
finish.
getting her ass whooped for months. That was a perfect time to say, okay, let's stick it to the Bellas. I know the real reason they ain't do it because that fucking record that they trying to erase.
Yeah.
But
Fuck that record.
they should have had Paige win the title to screw over the Bellas for once.
How many days is
They
that?
can't really.
She's like 3 months away now
Oh God, no! 3 more months.
because she just hit 200.
Oh,
But
She got to hit at least 296 to break the record. That's 3 months away.
I had no problem with her breaking that record. That don't really bother
I
me.
have a problem with this match. I have a problem with this match.
what?
A move like the Crayo DDT should not be kicked
Oh, yeah.
out of.
Yeah.
I forgot
That
about that
pissed
moment.
me off. I'm like, really? I would understand her actually, crawling her way out of the fucking PTO. Or the BTO, like I like to call it, the bitch tap out. But this doesn't make any sense for anybody to kick out of fucking Crayo DDT. That's too high impact of a fucking move to be kicked out of. That's just my opinion.
I had a problem when they had that match on Raw and she hit the move and Nikki rolled out. I'm like, you ain't even supposed to be able to roll. You
Hey, on Raw, I
you
just-
are supposed to be
out.
out.
On
Yeah.
Raw, I did have a huge problem with that. The pay-per-view, not
No,
as much.
I have a
Kicking
problem
out-
on the pay-per-view.
Kicking out of F5s and stuff like that. Like, hey.
No, her Rampage DDT or whatever the fuck she
Yeah,
calls it.
Yeah.
Rampage DDT.
Rampage.
That is the finisher that you are done when it hit.
Yes.
When Nikki kicked out, I was blowed.
I believe one reason why she kicked out. She
Yeah, we
had
know.
the power of Cena in her.
You mean the power of Cena Seaman?
You mean
in her.
Power of Cena.
Cena.
It's sexually transmitted.
Cinnamon.
AJ Lee said talent isn't sexually transmitted,
got it.
but the power of Cena is.
And apparently quitting is sexually transmitted too.
I got an explanation that's not as funny, but makes a lot of sense. I just forgot.
Good job.
Then it really wasn't that great.
Actually, that was pretty great because this match is actually forgettable.
Yes.
Next match, guys. Fuck this shit.
They could have did it in much cleaner.
Agreed.
Yeah, but it's better.
I like,
Or
you
not do it at all.
if you do the twin match thing, you gotta do that cleaner than that. You should not be confused about what the hell's going on.
Oh
The
yeah,
announcers are always confused. They don't pay attention to the match.
Man, the refs are blind. It's a established fact.
It's a pay-per-view. They have to have somebody kick out finisher at least once.
But if Paige,
So, enough of that.
what you're talking about is
Kevin Owens.
that was the case. Paige picked the wrong person. You're supposed to be a disqualification. Nikki shouldn't be able to come to the ring and just slug Paige.
Yeah.
They should be able to go neutral and then the ref starts the match back up.
Yeah.
Not just slugging in that man.
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
another option too. Yeah.
That's it. That,
Oh, you mean just restart the match?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was way too
So
say,
stupid.
convoluted.
Overbooked.
Paige did nothing wrong. She should have been the champ. Next match.
Yeah.
All right.
She picked the wrong person.
Um,
She should have known
I like
better.
how one thing about the match I thought was funny that fucking not Nikki, but Brie had to go whoop. See tattoos.
Oh
it's
yeah, she
Brie.
was showing.
I forgot. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that was pretty.
Oh,
pulled that out
I'm glad you
and
said
shit,
that. Oh, one funny part that Nikki did that tripped me out. She wiped the fake tear with the tissue that Brie pulled out her own.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
That was pretty funny. Alright, next match. Do we have to talk about this match, please?
Big Show and Ryback, hell no, it sucked.
I only seen the end.
The big guy versus the local guy.
Alright, and next
Need we
match.
say more?
Horrible match. Even worse finish.
I was about to say the trend. Another fuck finish.
No, finish. Trending.
Big
World
Show.
Wide
I'ma
Web.
fuck this finish.
Hashtag fuck finish.
Big Show,
Make it trending too.
Big Show matches. You got to really try hard to make it good.
Yeah. Well, one thing I gotta say, matches like that, they work when you have one fast person, Roman Reigns, and one slow person, Big Show. You can kind of switch the pace up. You had two really slow people, and The Miz, failure.
Actually, you know what? This match should have been a squash match. A straight up squash match.
But can Ryback pick up the Big Show?
No, that got thrown out that Monday.
I'm just saying it should have been a squash match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
it should
point
have
in this
been.
match.
It should have
That
been
one moment.
because he already hit two of his. He already hit what 2 of his 3 moves of doom.
Yeah, he already hit his move.
I mean, he already hit his move. I mean, it should have been done. It should have ended in like 30 seconds. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm incorrect. So Ryback did give Marquez a shell shot before WrestleMania 29.
Yeah.
So like, oh,
Yeah,
so he
it
can't.
was
He just
after
didn't want.
WrestleMania 29.
He just didn't want to do that again. Can't blame him.
All right, next match. Match of the night: John Cena versus Kevin Owens.
Yep, it was better than the first one somehow.
Yeah.
Way better than the first.
Yeah, it was better than the first one. So just like the first one, it's a match of the year candidate.
Yeah.
God damn,
Cena was in 2 of them.
it's gonna be a first.
Cena was in 2 match of the year candidates in the span of 2 weeks.
So
I'm
can we
an
still
early
shit on
nomination.
Cena can't wrestle?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Because the IWC God already declared that he can wrestle.
Oh boy, that I enjoyed that day when he beat that. I was like, boy, their
All the
heads-
mental
boy,
gymnastics.
their heads were spinning, trying to figure it out. I was like. Then I saw some people like, we never say you can't wrestle.
Like I said, the mental
They
gymnastics.
Yeah,
can't-
see, boy,
they
he-
can't wrestle.
That's a gold medal right there for
y'all
gymnastics.
never, I'm like, wait, y'all never say you can't wrestle?
Yeah, they moved.
Oh,
He moonwalked better than Michael Jackson.
Like I said, man, and the gold medal for mental gymnastics goes to.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that match. I wish Kevin Owens would hit that double jump moonsault just
You
once.
want to hit
That
my
would be nice.
move again.
You mean the BME?
No, that but the
good
BME is a
Best moonsault
the
ever.
BME is a triple jump moonsault.
Click, click.
Oh man.
No, that was a great match. A bunch of crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
It was so funny back when John Cena thought he was about to hit that attitude adjustment. He turned that shit into goddamn. He turned that shit into a fucking into that damn Fisherman Buster. That shit was hilarious, son. I mean, there's so many good spots, and we did that. What is it, Sunset Powerbomb?
Yeah, the
That
Sunset Flip
I mean, he
Powerbomb.
fucked it up,
Yeah,
but
Canadian
it was
Destroyer.
still great.
No, that was the Sunset Flip.
That was
Powerbomb.
Sunset Flip
Canadian
Powerbomb.
Destroyer was different. But yeah, John Cena's so big, it just looked awkward.
I'm like, who's on that botch like that? Nobody botched that. Like, John Cena's a big dude. Like, he threw Kevin Owens balance.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it wasn't a botch. It just, he had to bounce up to get the rope to, like, get a balance.
It's an awkward move to begin with.
Once he got his balance back, he executed perfectly.
Yeah. It's an awkward move, and the fact that, I mean...
Somebody large as Cena doing it.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those small margin of error kind of deals, and they fludged it for a second, and then they recovered and fucking did it. I mean,
it's like the fans forget these are grown ass men. These guys are 6'5" and 6.
They're huge.
These guys, it's like the NFL. People in the NBA, people are like, well, he's short. All right, he's 6'2".
NBA short and normal short are two different things. I mean, isn't 6 foot a midget in the NBA?
Muggsy Bogues.
But
I forgot. But
vanilla midget.
Damn it. Oh yeah, it's like John Cena in the movie, like, cause somebody talking about his safety in the ring, like, and I thought about it, like, I remember Stone Cold, I was talking about Cena needs to lock in that, tighten up that STL, and I kept going back like, okay, how long have we been doing this move? And I realized something. I realized when he stopped doing it. John Cena choked Edge out doing that move. He legitimately knocked Edge out doing it. He apologized to Edge for doing it. Ever since then, Cena never locked it back up. Except for Brock Lesnar.
Well, because Brock
Brock is trained.
This is what I don't like about the move now.
I'm guessing because Cena's arms, he pulled back, and he wrenched it in and locked it in. He choked Edge out. He knocked him straight out doing it.
Yeah, because back in the day, he used to lock it in. But the thing is, when he used to lock it in back in the day, match was over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was practically an auto win.
Yeah, it was an auto win. That's how it should still be.
It was like SmackDown 2008 with a submission, ability.
Yeah.
You lock that in, auto win.
Because Cena like he apologized to Edge for doing it, for choking him out. Like, I understand now why he doesn't lock it in anymore.
Yeah.
I have no problem with Cena winning the match based on the match, but Cena shouldn't have won the match.
For story,
Cena needed to win that match.
No, he didn't need to win that match because I just talked about it earlier. Now, because now they in the corner. Because now they gotta be for the title now. Gotta be for the title.
It will be.
Okay, Cena has to win.
Cena doesn't have to win.
No, he's losing that.
Okay, all right, Cena lose. Then we gotta have it for a fourth time.
Cena could turn down his rematch clause.
First of all, Cena would be the dumbest motherfucker ever to have a rematch for a title that he is proud of and just said that Kevin Owens don't deserve.
Good Mike where I actually had a good point about what's my call.
But of course, Cena could just lose. Cena could just lose on Raw because open challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He just said it right now.
Oh.
That's what good Mike was.
But there's still the rematch clause.
Because I didn't watch it.
That's done Monday. The Raw after.
Yeah.
No, but you still got to fourth the match. No, that's what I'm saying.
It's four matches.
Listen to this. Right. If you have Owens beat him twice, and now Owens wants the belt since he already beat him twice, and Cena beats him with the title on the line, the feud is over.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go and fourth the match. Why would Kevin Owens deserve another shot at the title?
Why would they?
Unless he answers.
There's no point in the fourth match. That's my point.
Unless Owens answers Cena's, BS Open challenge.
I'm just saying, it's top. They do the first three. Why they have to do a fourth? Even if Cena wins or loses the third one, why
no,
they have to do?
If Cena loses the third one and loses the title, he's guaranteed a rematch for the title. So you have to do a fourth match.
Now this is my next thing. Y'all remember how many times they've completely ignored rematch clauses, right?
Cena can try
this.
Because
they've done it several times.
They've done it before.
I can't point to every single time I remember it happening at least
because
3 or 4 times.
Of Money in the Bank coonery.
Yeah, because they completely ignored.
Cena could either A, turn down the rematch clause, B, he just loses to Owens on Raw the night after.
Which still is technically Owens Cena 4.
That's what I was. That's all I was saying. They're gonna have a fourth match.
There has to be a fourth match.
I have no problem. I have no problem with fourth match.
Owens will win 3 out of the 4 times.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not fine with that.
As long as it don't happen on paper.
Well, actually, I am fine with that. But the question is, would WWE let Cena just lose that many times?
And where does Owens go from there?
If they do it, I'd be shocked.
Did he not just last year just completely have his man become a main event jobber?
Yeah, but
he got the title just to become a jobber for the rest of the year.
No, just to become Brock food.
And then next month he won via disqualification, but he won the match.
That was a weak win. He didn't get the title.
Hey, he won the match.
Seth
Cena
Rollins
always has to get his win back. We know that.
But nobody remembers that win. We remember Cena back.
And then they didn't even do a third one. They threw Seth Rollins in the middle of it. It was over.
We didn't remember Cena winning as much as Seth Rollins interfering.
This is just probably just trolly as fuck anyway, but does the Money in the Bank have to be for the WWE title?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but
Okay, let's play devil's advocate.
Oh Jesus!
What if Cena beats him for the title, and then Sheamus comes in and takes the U.S. title just because he wants to stick it to Cena?
What is that Chinese military show?
Okay, here's the problem though. There's no precedent for this. Like, why? That'd be totally out of left field. And plus,
he said it was trolling in the
first
fucking place.
I'm just like,
okay,
because McMahon hates us already.
This is true.
The writers hate us already.
Well,
why
McMahon
not give
hates
us
us, so the writers have to hate
Why
us.
not give us something
bitch about?
so bad that we have no choice but to watch to see how they gonna fix this bull?
We did it, guys.
When he did something that bad, I was like, you know what? I don't know what
Y'all got next Raw. Now you better not. Now I better expect an immortal. You know, that first Impact after Immortal debuted, 40-minute promo to explain why the hell Sheamus is now U.S. champion instead of going for the world title.
Just like how they explained Aces and Eights existed.
But as far as Goham's playing,
I would love to hear Sheamus promo. Hey, I cashed in on Johnson.
The
crowd would be so dead.
No, when he wins the title.
I can imagine JBL just ripping Sheamus the entire time. Cause he has to be the dumbest man in WWE. How can you cash in on the U.S. title? For God's sake.
I mean, I want Sheamus' reaction to response to be tell JBL, eat a shillelagh.
But as far as Goham's thing going, I've seen like 4-match feuds before. I didn't mind them as long as they weren't all pay-per-view matches. And if they have a rematch on Raw, I don't care.
I don't care about it being a 4-match feud, but if Kevin Owens winning 3 out of the 4 feuds,
hey, that's just how the ball rolls.
Well, Kevin Owens, I don't know what happened to go 3-0 on.
I had a problem when Bray Wyatt owned Dean Ambrose, so
because it didn't accomplish anything. In hindsight, it didn't amount to shit. Did Bray? Okay, is Bray better off? Is Dean better off? After
Dean was.
I'm about to say Dean was. He lost every match.
And he's fighting for the world title. Well, last pay per view. So yeah.
And Bray went back.
Bray had a better spot at WrestleMania though.
Yeah.
He got dropped on his head, but
hey, jobbing to the Undertaker is kind of a duty.
And he did it on one ankle too, so he did all right.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
On one freaking ankle.
All right, we can go to this.
I did it one freaking ankle.
But yeah, that was a pretty. Oh yeah, we forgot what happened after the match.
Oh yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Hell, I've never seen a toe kick make anybody flat a fucking ring. Like, what did he trigger? Like Budokai 2 when he dropped the damn ring that he hit. Then he just specialed them. XXYYC.
Hey, I'm glad you said that.
Total disrespect.
I'm glad you said that one. You know what I was saying before, like Cena not selling injured, like that's part of his character.
Yeah, he sold it.
No, him not when he usually doesn't do it. Like that is part of his character. He doesn't give up. He's gonna fight through it no matter how bad he hurt or how bad he is. So if he actually misses a show, it's a huge deal that John Cena is not there. After any beating, he takes the same thing that Undertaker did, where it was a huge deal when Mabel broke that man's face.
Yeah, it was.
That usually Undertaker would show right back up. Like him missing the show was a gigantic thing because it was his character.
Yeah.
The only thing John Cena sells is merchandise.
Yep. That's in the wrestling Bible.
Hey, New Day should have kept the title.
Yeah, next match. Primetime Players versus the New Day.
New Day should have kept the title. This is Primetime Player could have won it.
Day robbed. New Day robbed. New Day robbed. New Day robbed.
Where's our rematch clause? And if they don't get one, that's
They
exactly what
got.
They
SmackDown.
got it.
SmackDown.
Okay.
Battleground.
Okay, I'm about to say that's an early example right there. of them not giving a rematch
They
clause.
get a rematch at Battleground.
Oh,
What do y'all
good.
think of the they should have mentioned that on Raw.
The
Wow,
match
they
was
robbed.
okay, but it felt like it ended right when it was picking up.
It should
Why?
have ended a little. It needed a little bit more time.
Yeah, because I mean, he just hit the sit out spine buster, and that was it. That was like,
Well, that is his finisher.
yeah, I know, but still to end the match like that, just like
Crash
that,
your title.
poof, there goes the
Why
match.
was that? Why was it so late into the match? Like they put this in a diva spot.
Onto the card? I don't know.
Kind of where it deserved to be.
Yeah, I just Cena-Owens, yeah.
Yeah, they needed I guess a emotional break between the big matches.
But of course,
I didn't
I
mind.
guess they didn't want WrestleMania happen again, where they had the Undertaker shit happen and then a Divas match fall right behind that. I feel sorry for them. Man. They have to follow that.
But I had no problem with Primetime Player when they built them boys up strong. Because Tyson Kidd got injured. They did it before Tyson Kidd got injured. Before they even did Elimination Chamber match, Primetime Player, they were slowly building them boys up, looking strong each time.
sad note.
They only won because Titus was Father of the Year celebrity or whatever, so they could promote it.
Hey,
I'm not buying
Hey,
it.
I'm buying it because they were promoting it before the match.
I said it before.
The Primetime
What?
Player.
Everything in WWE got to have some high school rumor or something attached to it. It just they've been building them for weeks before the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, when this shit started.
But they didn't
What
mention
the-
the
what
Father of the
they-
Year thing before they even came
What
up.
the- no,
Yeah, but he was
I'm talking about
nominated.
all the stuff he was doing with his kid, they kept showing on TV.
Okay, but yeah,
all
you
of
did,
a sudden, remember, the Primetime Player wasn't even on TV. All of a sudden, they on
But-
TV when the Titus thing started
but
showing
they
up.
started doing the tag team division. We said we won't see more teams in the tag team division,
My thing.
They
they
didn't
brought-
have a choice.
but they started bringing tag teams up.
Hey,
Cause before we get
no
tired,
matter
watching
the
Lost
reason-
Mad Doors every week.
hey, let's look on the bright side. No matter the cynical reason they may or may not be getting pushed, just be glad that a tag team is actually being pushed. That's not the Usos.
Dude.
Where
They're
are,
injured, so-
Dude,
where
this
are
is-
the Usos?
Yeah, because
Let
One
me,
of
let
them
me,
injured.
let me
But-
explain
but-
something to y'all.
One of
There
them
are 3 teams right now that are technically injured. Hurt because Eric Rowan just got hurt.
Yeah.
So now they're out.
The
And now you
Usos.
got the July
Kids
4th.
Cesaro.
Yeah.
The swinging
No, the
cats.
July 4th tag team title match was supposed to be the New Day versus Kid and Cesaro. Kid getting hurt, all of a sudden they changed the champion.
Side note, he's gonna be out for 14 months.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I read that earlier today.
That
I was
sucks.
kind of blown when I seen that.
What the hell out of me.
Well, look on the bright side. Tyson gets to catch up on his
I
New
like
Japan wrestling.
I like how they started to build the tag teams. The guys get injured. Kid, Rowan. I mean,
It's like an influx of injuries.
Usos.
I thought the injury bug, what the epidemic was down in NXT.
It would hit the worst. It would hit one division that needed help.
Yeah, and speaking of NXT, Zayn gonna be out till January. God,
Who?
Hey, he got pushed
Zayn,
back.
Sami Zayn, he gonna be out till January, man. It's
I want
They
that.
said it was October, but
And Bailey broke her hand recently.
But they said she gonna work through it.
Yeah, but still, still injury. I mean, shit. And Hideo. What a shame.
Just don't be shocked if
What a shame.
if the New Day get the titles back at Battleground.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
shocked.
I'm not gonna be
I
shocked.
expect them that you get it
But
back.
whatever happened to the Lucha Dragons? Where did they go to? Superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in
That's
purgatory.
exactly what he had. Superstar.
Purgatory.
All those injuries,
They
tag
made
team
them
division,
look-
that missed everything.
They made them look so good, and they put them back on Superstar. That's stupid.
Cause they did just focus on primetime
They
players.
did that with Harper and Rowan. After they got back together, they did a little 3D, whatever the hell they calling it, the way now. They do no superstars.
Side note, Lucha Underground's got nominated for an Emmy. If they win, I bet you Lucha Dragons are gonna get pushed. Or it'd be funny if Vince gets mad at them, like, you damn luchadors. Damn it, I'm mad.
I think the Kevin Dunn seen that and said, what the fuck?
My thing is with the title win or whatever. They always give titles to people that are like in the public light. I mean,
Yeah.
It happened with when R-Truth was U.S. champion a while back, and because the Miz didn't have a championship, they decided to give him the U.S. title off of R-Truth, just so he had a title to go into E3. I mean, they've removed the championships off superstars just for the stupidest reasons. And if people are in the limelight, yeah, they're more likely they're going to get pushed to hell.
Yeah, but that was part of the rise of the Miz too, so it kind of coincided.
No offense, but fuck the Miz. Anyway,
Hey,
fuck
Cleveland.
Hey,
no problem
Hey,
with
Miz.
I ain't going that far. I ain't going that
Miz.
far.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. Fuck the Cavaliers then.
Yeah,
Long
fuck
as
the
Miz-
I ain't going that far.
Well, we
Hey,
going
this
far.
is a wrestling show, goddammit.
Okay.
The only problem with Miz is when he's face, I can't stand
That's the last. That's the only champion.
He is a natural
Hey,
heel.
yeah, hey, LeBron, the Miz, he's the last person to bring a championship to Cleveland.
It still ain't worth shit. Anyway,
One of LeBron.
I'll give him this. He'd improved his keep, but still, take your ass back to real world, bitch. You know?
Really?
Yes, really.
shit.
Next match, then.
That's
Well,
You
I
know
don't
what?
think
He
that-
can laugh all the way in the bank, fucking Maurice. So
See, I said
I
he'd
don't give a
improve.
good goddamn.
No, I
Haters
just
gonna
said
hate
he'd
you.
improved
He
his
can take
worth.
that fake Canadian bitch and do whatever the hell.
But
He
he'd
can eat
improve
her
his-
groceries. I don't give a
See,
fuck.
he'd improved his worth in the WWE like Brock Lesnar proved his worth in the UFC. Now take your ass back to where you need to be.
Any
Real
damn
world.
way.
Next match.
Let's go to the main event. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. A ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Way too long.
Yes, I was finna say the exact same thing. Way too long.
Good story though.
So
Very
it
good
had
story.
some lulls in the middle of it
Very
too.
good story. Told. in this-
I mean, they were selling. Dean Ambrose sold good. That was fine. But it was a lot of slow points. It was too long.
shouldn't have made that match that long because clearly they had the pace for that whole match.
Yeah. Really not much you can say, really, because I missed the. Actually, I saw like the last half of the match. I missed a
I
good
was
chunk.
dozing
It
off during
It was a good match. To me, it was a good
had
match.
some good spots. Yeah, I mean,
Because it was so long, so many spots, I can't call it
Yeah,
too
you
many in
can't.
particular, but
talk about too many. I mean, the dust.
We could call when Seth just went crazy and started powerbombing him to the
Oh
bed.
yeah, that was fun.
And then
yeah.
powerbomb on top of the chairs and
Chairs
ladders.
on the
Yeah.
ladder.
What the
Then
fuck?
buried him under the
Yeah,
shit.
under the
And then he still got up.
See, Dean Ambrose may be getting buried, but he has a shovel to get himself out of it.
And
so.
what else? Oh yeah, the dust. That was the only good dusty finish they did the whole night.
I thought the last one was a good dusty finish. Was the one with the last pay per view when
he said that night.
Of that night of this pay per view.
that was about the only. Actually, the only there was. That's the only
the
dusty
Divas
finish.
one they tried.
No,
to
the
pull
Divas
these
one-
and
no.
it
That was
went
an
out bad.
overbooked
The Divas-
WCW mess.
The Divas
No,
was
that was
called.
a
Divas was
mess.
called a dusty finish. The Ryback one was a. Actually, no, it
Who
wasn't.
gives a
But
fuck?
it was the only good dusty finish of the
The
night.
Bella match was a finish. What the fuck are you talking?
They tried
It
to
was
dusty
dusty
finish
finish.
and it got executed horribly.
If you
It
go
turned
look
to
up the
Russo.
definition of a dusty finish, that's what the end of the Bella Twins match was. But either way, like I said, the ladder match was the better of the dusty finishes that night. Because it was the only one that made sense. They came down and like a wide receiver in football, and a defender, whoever has the ball coming down last, they won it. Okay, they won
Seth
that
called
catch. Yeah, Seth called.
They kept Dean strong because you could make a case that he won the match.
Yeah.
Damn replacement refs.
And he did
that
it by-
was,
No,
that was the
no one gets that one.
That's
Oh,
the
I
only
got it.
finish I ain't have a problem with.
And he did it by himself too. I didn't have a problem with it either. That's why I said it was the best one.
Yeah,
it was the best finish.
I did like that match though. It was too long, but you take all the if you compress this match like I like doing in these videos.
How long was that? Okay,
35 minutes.
Oh,
Hell no, I didn't know it was that long.
They had to pace the hell out of it because
They
some of
took-
these matches went too short.
Yeah, they
took
said
5-10 minutes out of that spread between. We could spread it between the primetime players match and maybe Ryback's match.
yeah,
I would have given it to the primetime players because that
I would've given
primetime
it-
players match
yeah.
felt a little rushed.
yeah, because they said they did that it was 30-some minutes because all the other matches went too short, which is their fault. They should script them to be
Once
long.
again, timing.
Yeah.
That ladder matches shouldn't, unless there's like 8 people or it's a TLC or something, and with a lot of people there, ladder matches should not go over. Should be about 20 minutes. Because any longer and they start dragging.
Nah, that's actually pretty short for WWE standards. Ladder matches in WWE they normally go like 28 minutes.
If I'm being correct, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels had a long ass ladder match. That thing was amazing.
Yeah,
Really.
even
Yeah,
then.
but they
It wasn't
had
planned to.
it paced good.
It wasn't planned to.
But yeah, a lot of
Yo,
but no,
They kept settling for the match to end and Shawn and Razor went in the match.
Just for safety and health measures, it shouldn't be a ladder match shouldn't go that long.
but no, yeah, but as far as 20, that's short in WWE annals because their ladder matches are normally like pushing half an hour, most of all of them. If you look back in history,
Where's an hour?
Yeah, but you could. But the problem is you could cut,
No.
a minute here, a minute there. There's a lot of stealth filler in their ladder matches. So it kind of sometimes they
Not
drag.
in some of them, like Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho, they didn't have a lot of filler there. It was pretty good to me. That was my opinion though.
Oh, that's pretty good. Come to think of it, but still.
And it was like 28 minutes.
But that match did feel like it kind of dragged a little bit.
It did.
It did towards the end.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so that ending was all they were just go all out, man.
The average, you can't eat that motherfucker down, man. You gonna be a tank for his ass or something. That nigga will not stay. He will not stay down, dude.
Get some duct tape.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'll fix him. Nah, knowing this fucker, crazy fucker, he'll probably have some damn a box cutter in his
That would
pants.
be
man.
fucking vicious.
You're like, you can't bury me for long.
Duct
Like-
tape him and then you know he recently his jeans cut free.
The Raw after that was
Something wrong with that kid.
okay too. Brock Lesnar came back.
Oh, jeez.
Brock Lesnar came
Brock,
back. Made
they
Seth
should
like a
fucking
bitch. Seth Rollins, he brought the title to Cleveland. Then it had to leave Cleveland that night.
Oh my Seth Rollins promo came out there and said Johnny Idiot Face ain't gonna bring you a championship. LeBron ain't gonna bring you a championship. This is the only championship you're gonna see and I'm gonna leave it with it. Like,
MGK got powerbombed. Like I
That
said,
was hilarious. I died laughing.
props to MGK for
Hey, before-
taking that bump, by the way.
hey, before we go to that one, before the Kevin Owens promo, I love Kevin Owens. He making this man. He is literally going there making a promo about John Cena, and he just literally just like, let me see what they say on social media. Okay, they make Kevin Owens sound like the typical IWC fanboy. He said the same thing about John Cena. They say every week, every time he comes out there and do a promo. So like, they clearly up here like the self-awareness is amazing with Kevin Owens.
He doesn't give a shit.
Think about it. Kevin Owens don't have to look on social media to say all that shit.
But
It's always gonna be smash, XX, fucking provide for my family. I'm a prize fighter, whatever.
And then also Bray Wyatt, he did a promo on Roman Reigns, and it involved his family, which I'm guessing they're trying to do to add a personal element to it.
Yeah.
Which
he's
okay,
starting to
I guess.
get creepy.
Yeah,
again.
he got weird last week.
Good.
He got weird
Yeah,
this
Bray
week.
says best lane is kind of creepy because he's now actually fucking talking about something
Right,
and then just
but
rambling.
Those are those are the only high points of the Raw from
Are
last
they
week.
gonna do a WWE version of Taken or something?
Roman Reigns has a specific set of skills.
I'm just gonna speak.
Fierce.
And
I'm
I'm
just
gonna do the sequel.
I'm just gonna talk briefly about this Raw.
Sucked.
The Raw
My
that
set
just
of
happened.
skills: a
And about
Superman
briefly-
punch, a spear, and infinite amounts of smugness.
But and by briefly touch on the Raw from last night, I mean like the last segment, and that was the best segment. If the whole show was like that last segment, it would have been like a 7.
You mean local man? Makes the beast into a bitch.
It was so intense.
you,
That
hold
last
on.
segment was so intense, man. Like Kane, they made Kane look strong. If I'm gonna use that old Roman Reigns pun, they made Kane look strong. He choked Sam Brock Lesnar twice, not once, twice. Even though he could have got curb stomped there too. That was the perfect time to bring it back. But like, it was a special occasion. I mean, you're trying to keep the beast down. It took two chop blocks that only Matthew Dellavedova could be proud of.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you thought I forgot? No, it's not over.
Dude. Fucking that Raw must have been so fucking bad because
Oh yeah.
I just checked my damn YouTube, right?
Uh
And fucking they used to have the little clips and shit.
huh.
I don't see anything. I was like, all I see is top 10 moments of fucking Raw.
Oh yeah, it was
Ooh,
horrible.
I
All
get that Raw 7. It was not that bad to me.
the matches were too short.
That was the only thing that got on my nerves. The matches were.
They were the promos were awesome. The storyline continuation that was fine, but the matches were so fucking short and pointless too.
That's the again about the matches.
Hey,
I was like, I put the storylines a lot higher than some of those matches, especially some of the random Raws.
did WWE hire a man by the name of Mr. Herson to book Raw?
FYI, Triple H was in charge of that Raw.
Yeah, but he didn't write the script, and that's probably why it was so bad.
That's why I said, did Mr. help?
But that wasn't the only thing. The writing wasn't just bad. The production was bad that night. They kept replaying stuff for random reasons. They kept
very clever, but
They've been doing that a lot.
But no, this one was so much more noticeable. Bray Wyatt just did the
Well, you
promo.
can't. You
They
gotta link it out the other way.
replayed the entire promo again.
I'm probably gonna reverse it and play it normally.
And then, and then I watched the Raw. I'm like, what?
Play a bleep in
And
reverse.
everything. I watched the Raw. Like, what is going on with all these?
And he's basically that man wearing one of those. What
Damn you,
is
Blue
it?
Moon. You're so good.
One of those Gaucho Mark, glasses, nose, mustache things, and he's like, "I'm not that guy. I'm."
I mean, the production was just bad. They kept replaying stuff for no damn reason.
But
There was so many commercial breaks in that show. I'm like, what was going
that's
on?
probably why the matches were so short. They had to they had to take time from the matches to promote Tough Enough, which everybody knows is coming on tomorrow.
It wasn't just tough enough. They just taking random ass commercial breaks. Like,
I mean, everyone and their mama who watches WWE knew Tough Enough was coming on Tuesday, this Tuesday, the day that we were recording. Everybody knew this. Everyone.
The production was so bad. That show ended so much later than what it should have. I'm like,
17 minutes, man.
I'm like, you replaying. You keep replaying replays of replays.
Yeah, and I complained about that the week before.
Then I kept going to commercial break over and over again. I'm like, last week's Raw had nowhere near that many replays of commercial. Like, what in the world?
But
somebody's getting fired.
I think I made that comment on the chat about finding like I watched a pay-per-view that ain't got 57 replays because Money in the Bank was replays heavy.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber was replay
Especially
heavy.
during the end, man.
Yeah.
They showed it from so many angles that the little the finish.
Yeah.
From so many angles, like what is it? The NFL?
Yeah, Ring of Honor did.
They went in a booth.
And the Kevin Owens John Cena match. Kevin Owens hit his finisher during the replay. Like they showing the replay of something he just did, and then you look in the top corner, he doing the pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I'm like, what the hell? I want to see that full screen.
Yeah.
So know the production right there.
But yeah,
they don't know what to do.
Because Ring of Honor, they didn't do all that. They showed you a promo, like NXT. They showed you a promo detailing what the story, what the feud was about. Then it was right on into the match.
Yeah, different production, but still.
Yeah, it is.
John Cena-Owens, that promo right there.
Oh yeah.
That's what I say about Owens. Like, they literally just have him go repeat the same dumb shit you hear on the internet, and John Cena comes out there, and that promo, I don't know what to say about the promo side of that. I don't mind seeing Cena-Owens forward.
By the way,
If they did that, I can't wait to see Cena-Owens forward, because for somebody who just got there, they work way too well together already.
Yeah, they
forgot
do.
what I was about to say.
You know, think about it. John Cena has a lot of good chemistry with them indie guys. But
I think
when it
it's
comes to
kind of
people like
amazing.
Randy Orton, who they desperately wanted him to have chemistry with, he never got it.
Yeah.
I swear, out of the 975 matches they had, they probably only had one good match.
They've had 975 matches.
It feels like it.
It was well into the thousands.
I mean, if you start counting house shows, maybe,
Yeah. Oh,
or
man.
if you start counting in tag matches and house shows,
That's a really conservative estimate, my friend.
It's just like everybody just
I
don't
mean, how
work
many
together
thousands were
because
speaking?
everybody just don't work together. Cause I remember they wanted AJ and Paige to work together. It just didn't work.
You think they would? But
Yeah,
they
it
just
just
didn't.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They were together pretty well to me.
See, when it
But
goes
then
as
again,
far
I
as
have my hand
talent,
out my
when it
pants.
goes as far as talent, putting two good things together isn't always gonna equal great.
You're right. It's like a
That's
comedy
true.
movie. You don't want too many funny people in the fucking movie.
And
saying that
also, it's not like
spotlight.
it's not like it's a team sport where you gonna spend hours on hours and hours and years on ends with the same people where you get the chemistry built. These guys gotta do all this different shit.
But you know,
What's crazy about Owens, like I said, he just popped up.
yeah. I think that's just today's wrestling. Cause I don't know. Back in the day, you put two guys together and they just have a good match.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. They would have about 20 house show matches before you actually saw them together on TV.
That's a
so
good point.
if there was if they didn't have chemistry, the house shows, they'd say, well, they don't have chemistry, so let's not put this on TV. Or, hey, they have amazing chemistry. This is going to be great on TV. Because remember, back then, they only had about 3 hours of television every week, not 8. And they had one pay-per-view every 3-4 months.
I think about it like this, man. There's like wrestling, even though it seems like it's sort of stagnating right now, it's constantly fucking evolving. I mean, there's people coming out with more moves, different fighting styles and shit. It's sort of hard to learn all this, all this shit and how to take all this shit without, getting yourself hurt or whatever. You know what I mean?
Especially with all these
You
indie
have to
guys.
be an adaptable motherfucker.
Especially, I was just about to say, especially when nobody want to keep it simple.
It's really technical,
Yeah.
very technical.
And just like,
just say-
and the funny thing was leading up to it, like, I come like, man, Kevin Owens, man, I hope John Cena keep up with Owens. Like, I ain't worried about John Cena. I'm not worried about him in this match at all. I said, he calls it all matches. Only I'll be worried about is how many spots Kevin Owens will pull off, and hopefully none don't get messed up. Cause like, okay, y'all not that familiar with each other, but the first match was amazing.
Well, after
the second one was great.
After both of those matches, of course, I infiltrated the NXT posts about Kevin Owens. Kept seeing the same IWC miss. Kevin Owens carried the match. Kevin Owens carried Cena. What were you watching? I was like, no, he didn't. You ignorant motherfucker. Both of them carried. Both of them carried the match. What match were y'all looking at? Kevin Owens did not carry Cena. They both carried each other. It was great. They played off each other.
They don't realize how Cena match works. His opponent's gonna always do more moves than him.
Yeah,
that's just how his character is.
And also, like I said earlier, they don't understand these are grown ass men that been in the business for years and
both
years.
Of them, this is not their first rodeo.
And then on the second, on the post after the second match, they finally had one guy who echoed my sentiments, and I had to pay respect to. I was like, finally, somebody on here with a brain. You IWC members.
I said, it's like something that used to always get me mad when they talk about how Cena, he only got 5 moves and that. That is true. But name 5 moves Stone Cold Steve Austin had post neck surgery. He didn't have 5.
It was kick punch, kick punch,
the loose edge, and the stunner. That probably was it. He didn't need 5 moves.
Maybe
a vertical suplex.
Maybe a headlock. Maybe a sleeper hold.
Most top guys only have 5 moves.
Yeah.
They don't need all those moves. In order to carry yourself through the business, you just need to get good at great basics and your great. Once you get your 3-4 good moves, you set. What more do you need?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point.
But I was gonna say, but here's couple of experts who had that actual sentiment. Jake Roberts used to teach people, if you got 5 moves, make sure they're perfect. You can do 50,000 moves. That's cool. If you can do them, okay. But if you got 5 perfect ones and you know how to sell it to the people, it's all good.
That's why I say I like Sheamus. He has a variety of moves, and one of them apparently is banned.
Well, because the fucking crucifix powerbomb is kind of a bitch.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fiery red hand.
I don't call it the Celtic Cross, but
it is the crucifix, but it's the crucifix powerbomb. I think that's what you're talking about.
Justice. It has so many names. It has so many names, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But yes, the hashtags I use when I make those comments, by the way, is IWC Logic fails.
But
that's what
after that match, I said something nice about Cena. I'm like, I said one thing nice about Cena. Also, I'm a 12-year-old faggot who doesn't know anything about wrestling and should kill myself. What the hell? Look at that one nice
oh God, I can't deal with this shit.
I'm like, really?
I honestly question why you
what
even go
playing?
on.
What are you doing playing Call of Duty?
I honestly question why you even go on Reddit sometimes.
That's why I use a throwaway.
I'm done. I can't deal with this shit.
Because like I said, sometimes I message y'all not around, so like let me see
get
something here, see something. And I'm like, I just said when Cena did that sunset powerbomb, I'm like damn, that was a nice move. I was saying like 12-year-old faggot. You don't know anything about wrestling? I should kill myself? Like what? Damn, what the hell?
See, that's the thing with the internet, man. I mean, you can hide behind your screen, you can hide behind your keyboard. Try me in real life, motherfucker. You get wrapped, bitch.
Yup. Injured Rusev is amazing. Him and Lana actually, I guess, docked to some extent. He actually keep the kayfabe thing. Got Rusev be taking random pictures of Lana just stalking.
I've been seeing that. He actually does that.
And then Rusev somebody sent Rusev a toy of him and Lana, and Rusev like, what is this? You think this is a joke? I'm done.
Before we end
That's you want to about that. Then Lana said, around some song that Dolph Ziggler showed, and Rusev says, "Oh, you mean this guy's a picture of Dolph Ziggler in the bathroom?" I'm like, really, Rusev?
Whoa, that's a little too far. How does he do that?
I don't know. Does anybody not notice a gigantic Bulgarian limping around? And
maybe he has people.
And
he's calling his people.
And he made it interesting. Summer Rae gave him his crutch back. Like, oh boy.
Oh,
this is gonna be.
Please no.
Summer Rae's new gimmick is she dates a guy for a week.
That's
what it's been. She was with the Miz for 1 week. She
was
with David Sandow 1 week. Then she went with the Miz the next week. Now she going to Rusev.
Oh no, she ain't had none of that Bulgarian brute. You see how much it took for London's
He
style?
wounded, but he's still at full force.
Actually, I'll ask that question after we're done recording.
Hey, another thing about that, the London Dolph thing got to stop.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
They have no. You know what I said, dog? Vince started breaking. Like, I don't know who said that. I'm like, those two have no chemistry.
They don't work at all.
It don't even look like they into it. I'm like, Adam Rose and Rosa were more believable than those two.
Yeah, they actually were.
They were actually, yeah.
But one last thing before we
Friends
go.
with no benefits?
The best thing about Adam Rosa, that damn spine buster.
Oh, yeah, his
The end of Raw. One more thing I touch on the end of Raw. Man, they made Kane look strong. That's the first time Brock looked weak. Brock needs to calm down when he throws people in the barricades because Jamie Noble.
I think the problem is
I'm gonna say that RIP to Jamie Noble.
Yeah.
apparently Brock Lesnar's
He went out of G.
apparently Brock Lesnar's abilities are, he has to keep neutral karma, or else because he got the positive karma and he lost some of his power.
Oh yeah. After that second choke slam when they picked up Brock for the pedigree, I was praying to God they would not do that because just like the one on Orton, it would not look right.
It looks so
Brock
horrible.
is 2 times Orton's size and muscles, and I said this is gonna look terrible. Please do not do the pedigree. Curb stomp him. DDT him. Do not do the pedigree.
Yeah,
they set him up for the pedigree, and boy, that shit looked ugly.
He almost broke his leg.
His right leg did not get enough air time.
I know, man. I'm like, please do not do that. Anyone taller than
Brock
me.
or
Brock, Whitey when he hooked up the playground, I watched the whole time like, Seth is too small for this. Brock is not gonna get enough air.
Too small.
I said Brock can't jump. If Brock jumps, he's going to tombstone himself.
Yes.
Oh.
And when Seth went for it, Brock's right leg did not go out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he landed so weird. I thought he broke his leg.
Hey, one thing, Seth don't know how to do it like Triple H.
No, he
Bigger
don't.
guys, you have to jump back.
Yeah.
If you jump back just a little bit, that way they can lift
Yeah,
their
they
legs
can
from
land.
up under.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And they fall face.
he used to do it all the time, but it did not look good at all. He's
always trying to do the pedigree.
Yeah.
Seth,
But that I'm done now.
I don't know who gave Seth the idea to the pedigree. He should stop. He's not big as Triple H. He's just not big as Triple H. It's gonna look horrible when he does trying to do the Kevin Owens.
You want to play, pal?
It's gonna look horrible when he does it to Triple H or something. if that rumor is true.
I'm starting.
It gotta be.
Then who's gonna be Brock's victim then at SummerSlam?
Brock's just gonna face somebody
if he
regular.
cashes in.
Shit, Brock can fight himself and put him on 5-star match. Shit, it don't matter.
But yeah.
What? Brock's just gonna go?
I hope the
How's
guy
he gonna
don't-
suplex himself?
I hope the guy don't
he'll
serve
figure
up
out
Bray
a way.
Wyatt for Brock Lesnar on SummerSlam.
Hopefully it's
Nah,
Kobe.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure
it's
we're
Kobe
gonna get-
Kingston again.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar could annihilate the New Day by himself.
Well, he's gonna get the chance
Yeah.
in about a couple of weeks.
I said, boy, I wouldn't mind Sheamus, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam. That would be interesting. If Sheamus screws
I
over
think
Brock,
it needs to happen.
Sheamus
Yeah,
screws
I
over
can
Brock.
see that, yeah.
Sheamus screws, but the problem is Sheamus had to win if he's the champion.
Yeah,
I
that's why I
don't
said
think they put the title back on Brock
it
like
would,
last year.
it would create so much heat that
Yeah,
it would be a hot summer. It would be hotter than it is
Sheamus
now.
can get DQ.
Like there
Sheamus would be
And
white
walk out.
hot.
Brock only got one more date after
Like,
SummerSlam.
we're
You
talking
gotta
about-
worry about him after
If
that.
we're talking about if Sheamus beats Brock, we're talking about Death Valley right now.
Vince hasn't won in 3
DEFCON
years,
1.
We're
heat.
talking about Death Valley type heat. Death Valley in August heat. That's what I want to see.
Also, building up the battleground before we end this, I like one person I did go starting to say Brock Lesnar, since he did take out one guy, Brock Lesnar each week should just, even the odds. Each week he just takes out one member of the authority one by one. So Seth Rollins is once again by himself. And he has to stare down the beast face to face with nobody around him. Well, that should be the perfect way to do it.
I don't like the way they went because I would have kept Seth alone.
No, that's
And
how he
have
goes back
Seth-
along again.
No, that's what I'm saying. And have Seth keep building up these weeks talking about he don't need help to beat Brock Lesnar. Then in the match against Brock, he puts on the show that he should be on the same level as Brock. Because when he turns face, he's gonna have a bunch of moves he can go back to. So he's gonna have to put on a whole bunch of good matches.
Hey, you still can do it the same way, because see, if Brock Lesnar, it kind of makes the story better. Each week, if Brock Lesnar takes out each member of the authority, he doesn't have to get in the ring. Brock Lesnar get his revenge. Y'all whoop my ass like that. Each week, Brock Lesnar he already took out one member of J&J. Go and take out the other one. Then take out Kane. I'm not sure about
But this is
Yeah,
the
Noble's
last point I'm
done.
making on it. This is what
Not
I'm saying.
Well,
why
go to the
I
hospital.
don't
Well, go
like
to the
it that
hospital
way.
and drop Noble
Because
again.
It's gonna be Brock. It's gonna be Brock destroying all these guys, and they're gonna come to the match, and they're gonna look like Seth is gonna be backing into this match, and he's gonna be running half the time. Because
That's his character.
Or
that's
he
what I'm
just-
saying. He shouldn't go there. His character should have changed when he dropped J and Kane.
No,
He went in
Also-
against Dean by himself and beat him.
Yeah,
He
but-
just should have kept him
Yeah,
like
but
that.
the problem
this is
with
the beast.
yeah, but the problem you just said though is if Seth is by himself staring on the beast, what's stopping Seth when the bell ring, kick the ref in the nuts and get DQ'd? And he just like, haha, Brock, that was your rematch. Fuck you.
He's gonna do that anyway.
That because
He gonna
Seth's
do
a
that
total
anyway.
weasel, and there's no way. And then Brock will kill him afterwards. And
No,
then
if Seth did that, Triple H will kill him.
I think we already.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
would be
we want
perfect.
to happen.
and then that could start
No,
his
'cause-
face turn of him growing a set of balls.
I spent.
That's what I'm saying. That's
No,
all
and
I'm
that
saying.
would be the ultimate bitch move.
I'm spending Seth trying to be. He want to be like Triple H. He should win it like Triple H. He got all the guys taken out. Now he's back to the corner.
But-
His only way of being brought
Hey, Flair's getting up in age,
Inherit-
and
inherit-
Batista's too expensive.
doing like Triple H means he's going to cheat. So in other words, he brings out an old friend, Sledgy. The referee's not paying.
Evolution is a mystery.
See? So in other words, Brock
I don't
Lesnar.
know.
A sledgehammer that you won't see.
Hey, at this point, he don't need Sledgy. He needs Shoddy.
Hey,
Hey,
Steel Chair. Hey, Steel
Yeah,
Chair
that
did a
might
good-
make him mad.
Steel Chair did a good number on Brock.
And on that note, I think we're done with Real Wrestling episode 34. Yeah, peace. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Blue Moon is awesome. Fuck y'all.
Let your soul go, man. Let your soul glow.
Yeah, let your soul glow. Okay, not bad. Peace, y'all. Y'all have a good one.